Welcome to My Own Worst Enemy. Time for another unboxing. And this time it is Captain C, the American Frigate 1799 to 1815. This is from Legion Wargames. I was not familiar with this game. I've learned about it by watching The Player's Aid. Grant and Alexander did an overview of this game and I had never heard of it. And I watched it and I was like, you know, I don't know if you've listened to Mentioned in Dispatches, the Armchair Dragoons podcast, and you should if you haven't. But I've talked about one of the things that I am looking for in a World War II game, World War II Pacific game, is a game that plays like Starfleet Battles, that has the capital ships with SSDs, and you have, you know, your weapons blocks, you have your, I don't know, for a World War II game, you'd have your airplanes, you'd have all that stuff just like a Starfleet Battles SSD. And, you know, I have Battle Wagon, the old game, and it's kind of like that, but it's not close enough, in my opinion, to Starfleet Battles to be like Starfleet Battles. I'm still looking for something like that. And when I saw this game, this seemed to me like kind of what I'm looking for, but more. I mean, it is in the Age of Sail, but that's fine because I like the Age of Sail. And so I saw it and I was like, I've got to try this. And actually, the other reason that I want to try this is because of the way it plays, and it has a solitaire suitability of medium low. Well, challenge accepted, because I think this will work single player, solitaire, so we're going to try it and see. And it looks like, now when I open this box, it looks like there's a cut on the box. I did not do that. And as I'm looking at it, it looks more like a crease than a cut, so ouch. My box starts off damaged. Right off, we see D6, and it looks like they're white and purple, which is an interesting color choice, I suppose. There's some little zippies in there. And wooden blocks. That's going to be interesting. And they're not painted like you'd find in Command and Colors. These are just natural wood. So there's going to be blocks in the game, and there's a deck of cards, which we will look at in just a second. And this looks like, well, there's some more little octagon wooden markers in there with stickers for those. That's interesting. And this talks about the assembly of those blocks and ship tiles. I guess that's what those are, ship tiles. Now the thing about this game is you're not playing fleets of ships against each other. You're playing one ship against one other ship, and that really appeals to me, because when you do the one-on-one battles like that, you can do a lot more, the things that I'm looking for, where you have crews manning guns and doing damage repair, and you're assigning those things. I really like that. That's something I'm looking for in this type of war game. And that's what I'm looking for too with the World War II Pacific game that I cannot find. Maybe I'll have to become a game designer and make one. That's easy, right? I'm sure that'd be really easy. So these are the stickers that go on those blocks. It looks like we get English, American, and French units in the game. And this looks like a game catalog, which I do not need to see, because I'll probably end up buying more stuff that I don't need. Everybody needs more war games. How can I say that? Errata and clarifications as of mid-December. So that's good. The rules of play. Now, it does not look like a very rules-heavy game. There's 16 pages. The nice glossy paper that's thick and durable for constant flipping. We have wind, we have directions of the ships. Looks like we have crew quality, sail states, morale, the crew, rigging points. Yeah, this sounds good. This is going to be good. Assign crew to tasks. Now we've looked at, in the past, I've opened up close action, which also sounded kind of like this, but even it's not down to this detail. I think in close action you're dealing with a couple of ships per side, not one versus one. Not to say that I don't know if this is only one versus one and you can't have maybe a couple of ships going at each other. I don't think so. I think it's just one versus one. Yeah, it doesn't look like a rules-heavy game, so that'll be good. So that is the rule book. And then here is the Playbook, which feels thicker than the rule book. And it's only a little thicker. It's 24 pages. A comprehensive example of play. Yes, indeed. I'd love to see that. Love to see that, because that's going to walk me through how to play this thing. Lots of good artwork in here. Look, there's a lot of, yeah, the artwork in here is really, really nice. But that's it. That's all that's in here. This is just what it says. The Playbook scenarios and some more of that nice artwork. And here are the counters, if I can get them out. Not a lot of counters. It's one counter sheet. And it's interesting that it looks like the ships are broken up into 4 different sections. Loaded port. So I'm assuming these would be your guns. Let me see if I can hold this up so you can see what I'm looking at here. Loaded port, starboard. So I'm guessing these are status markers that you're going to put on the, what I will call the ship's SSD, even though I'm sure that's not what it's called. We'll see in a second what it's called. Nice looking counters. Not much on the back of the counters. It looks like it's all in the front. This looks like the map. I don't expect much other than the ocean. There could be islands on the map. I don't know. I don't remember seeing those when the Player's Aid went through this. See if I can get this all on camera here. So in the center, you have what will become your wind direction. And this looks like some more reference stuff. You've got one for the player sitting across from you. In our case, we won't need that, at least not when I do it on the channel. Impulses. See, again, this is the Starfleet Battles vibe I was getting. So you're removing in impulses, and Starfleet Battles uses impulses as well. So depending on what impulse you get for your ship, these boxes will tell you when your ship gets to move compared to when your opponent gets to move. So, nice looking map. It is a paper map, not a mounted board, but I guess that's okay. And I don't know, it seems like an awfully small map. I don't know how that's going to play out. But with the impulses like that, typically it's okay to have a smaller map. And let's see. These are the ship's cards. So let's go ahead and take a look at those. There is Constitution, Congress, Chesapeake. So I'm kind of surprised you get as many of these cards as you do. And certainly more is better. Very nice cards. The artwork on the cards also nice. It's got the silhouette of the ship. You've got your crew morale, quality, the cell state, a number of crew members. So I guess you lose crews as you take as you take hits. I see strike check. Looks like you lose enough of your crew, you're going to surrender. So here's your shot, your guns, broadside, and then looks like there's some information on the type of the hull strength, and of course you get that for each ship in the game. That's really neat. And this, like I said, this is what I was looking for. That's definitely the Starfleet Battles vibe I was looking for. And if you could do that with a World War II game, I think that would be neat. Maybe I'm asking for too much. Combat effects table. So you get 2 of those. And again, the artwork, that's really, really nice. There's your sequence of play and movement. And looks like you get hull type bonus for crew status, speed. Nice. All right, so the last thing then will be these cards. And I will try to open these up without destroying the cards. And there are hold cards, which hold card, an additional die to a strike check, or discard to add +1 to any single die roll. So it's like different things you can do with cards, different actions you can take with the hold cards. And are these all hold cards? Nope, there's play now cards. So I guess these, if you draw, you have to play immediately. Add 1 point to each square containing a smoke marker. Reshuffle deck after play. So there's not as many of the play now cards as there are the ones you can hold. I like the cards in the game. I think that adds a little randomness to it, adds to replayability for sure. So that is it. We've hit the bottom of the box. Again, this is Captain C, and I'm hoping that this scratches that Starfleet Battles vibe that I was looking for. Look for it to appear soon on the channel. I say that about every unboxing, don't I? But I think this one will get to the table soon because it just looks like a lot of fun. And actually, I'll do a solo playthrough of this, and I'm going to try to incorporate possibly some solo stuff. It looks like there's no solo rules. I'll probably have to come up with some things we can do to make this more solo friendly. But I do plan on playing this against someone. I think this will be a fun game to play against an opponent. So maybe at one of the upcoming conventions, if we ever go back to having conventions again, I can take this with me and we can play this. So that's it. Again, as always, thank you for watching. If you like what I do, please consider liking and subscribing. That helps get my viewer count up and allows me to do more things on YouTube. And if you really want to help the channel, the Patreon page is up. Check the links below. And I will see you back here next time.